back to Timeless Style, Traditional Values, where 3 generations, grandma, mom, and daughter, discuss all things that are stylish and traditional values. I feel very lonely today because my daughter is not able to join me. She's studying for the bar, and my mom is on vacation in Ocean City, New Jersey, which is a fabulous beach town in South Jersey. So you're stuck with me today, the mom, Carla. Thank you for joining me. Today, I thought that we would discuss timeless style, traditional values. We're going to talk about traditional values first, and we're going to talk about getting outside in the summer months, really all 12 months, but definitely in the summer months. And I thought that I would discuss tennis with you. You know that I am an avid tennis player. I've been playing since I was 4 years old. I come from a family where my parents played, my brothers play, all of my children play. It's really a great sport that you don't need an entire team of 11 people to play, like in lacrosse or soccer. You can just go out with your husband or with one of your daughters, or my dad and I used to play a lot of tennis together. He would get me ready for the high school tennis team. So it's just a great sport. It's something that I play 3 times a week. I'm getting ready to go out right now to go and play on one of my teams. And I thought that I would talk to you about the importance of getting outside and getting active, especially in the 21st century where a lot of us tend to stay on our phones and stay inside. So our traditional value today is get moving, get outside. Once upon a time, people used to walk every day. It was prioritized. Our founding fathers, like Benjamin Franklin, they would get up and out no matter the weather, no matter how cold it was, or if it was raining. They understood that it was very important for your cardiovascular system, for your endorphins. We need to get outside in that vitamin D, play, get our heart rate up. Great for our heart, for our cardiac system. So I challenge you to go back to traditional values of exercising. Pick something. Let's get back to tennis. Started hundreds of years ago with wooden rackets. Let's discuss Wimbledon. If none of you have visited Wimbledon or watched it on television, every July it's on. It is a great event. We had the blessing of taking our children there probably 7 years ago. And it's just, tennis is such a refined sport. It's a great summer sport. It's a great sport just like golf is. Refined meaning it's quiet, peaceful. Usually you don't have people that are getting rowdy and drunk when they're sitting in the stands at Flushing Meadows, New York, or at the Wimbledon or at the Australian Open. And it's just a really lovely time, definitely very family oriented. When we went to the Wimbledon about 7 years ago, weather was a little chilly. This is in the UK. And the famous thing that they get there are strawberries and cream. If any of you listening have been to the Wimbledon, it's just such a treat to sit and watch your favorite, excellent, high-powered athletes playing, and you're enjoying strawberries and cream, which is a traditional thing there. So I would encourage all of you to take a look at tennis. It's never too late to start. Go out and start playing. I started at 4 years old and I'm still playing into my 50s. My grandparents retired their rackets into their 80s. The only reason that they retired their rackets is because they developed glaucoma and couldn't see the ball very well. My father, who is now 86, he retired at about the same age, 83, 84, because he had 2 torn rotator cuffs bilaterally and he wasn't able to serve anymore. But this is a lifelong family sport that is never too late to get started. And I also love it because you can play for an hour in a clinic, or if you're playing on a team and you have a match, your match may go from an hour and a half. At the longest, it will take 3 hours. But it's not 9 hours like golf. It doesn't take up your whole entire day. And it's also a lot more fast-paced than golf. So you can really sweat and become like just really your conditioning, your strength really improves with the game of tennis. Okay, so that's my traditional value. Go pick up a tennis racket and start learning how to play tennis. Let's talk about traditional style when we're talking about tennis or athletics or anything that you're doing outside in public. But we're going to keep it to tennis right now. I tend to wear whites on the tennis court. White is very traditional. In fact, Wimbledon, I think, still requires that you wear white on the courts. And a lot of fancy tennis clubs still require that you wear all white on the tennis court. It just looks lovely. It's beautiful. It's a lot cooler to wear. And you know, because you've listened to me before, that I don't think there's anything wrong with having a dress code or a standard. So I tend to wear white a lot. I do also wear a lot of pastels because if I'm playing on my public courts or at my private courts, we don't have a dress code. I don't have to wear all white, but I tend to wear a lot of pastels because it tends to be hot outside and pastels keep you very cool. It's really important to wear the proper sneakers, the proper socks, so that when you're finished playing whatever sport you are, especially tennis, your legs and feet are still feeling really good. It also deters slipping on the tennis courts or causing any issues. I think it's also really important to note that I'm going to be grabbing my visor, and I've already put on 50 all over my face, and I always put 50 all over my hands. Whatever is being exposed to the sun, I do not want my skin to be exposed. I want to protect my skin from the sun. So that's one of the first things that I always put on before I'm going outside to play tennis. I don't want to get skin cancer, which thankfully does not run in my family, but I also do not want to get wrinkles. I have been wearing sun protection in a big, huge hat or a visor when I'm playing tennis from the time I was 20 years old. So, and I think that it shows on my skin. I also have Italian skin too, which is very oily, so that helps also. And good genes. You've seen Mom on the podcast. She looks amazing for 76 years young. So I tend to wear small earrings. I love pearls or just little tiny studs. Sometimes I have just little rackets. I do not wear a lot of jewelry when I'm playing any sports, especially tennis. I don't want anything to get ripped, torn, you know, just jostling around on my wrists. I tend to be very basic when I'm playing tennis. So let's take a second to talk about our sponsor. Culture of Life 1972 is our sponsor for Timeless Style Traditional Values. And they are a clothing company that is getting back to all USA made products. They also have a wonderful 100% cotton line, all natural fibers. So you're going to feel really healthy wearing Culture of Life. But you're going to feel really healthy and happy wearing Culture of Life because they give back a percentage of every one of their sales to crisis pregnancy centers, helping babies and moms with whatever their essential needs are. So to date, they've given over $100,000 to local pregnancy centers to help moms and babies choose life. So check them out, col1972.com. Thank you for joining me today. I'm sorry that Mom and Victoria were not with us. Hopefully Julie and Isabella will be able to join us too at some of our future podcasts. For now, just remember to get outside, breathe that fresh air, enjoy the sunshine, get your heart rate up, make sure that you look beautiful as you're outside doing whatever activities you are. I would also like to say, remember good sportsmanship. Your opponents may be getting nasty on the other side. Don't do that. Make sure that you're representing yourself and your team really well. Only use kind words. If you must, don't use any words at all. And I know that I've had tennis balls kind of hit at me when I make a really good shot. Someone gets angry that I did so well, and I just tend to ignore them. You know, as we're moving towards a society that is not learning about traditional values, we tend to see manners and civility going away. And so we here are trying to bring manners and civility back because we think it makes a really beautiful person, a really beautiful family, and a really great community and society. So when you are on the courts, remember really good sportsmanship. Remember to shake hands after the match. Remember to remind everyone to have a super fun time before you make that first serve and have that first point. And just remember to stay healthy. So again, we will see you next Friday evening, same time, 7 p.m. Please check us out wherever you're listening to your podcasts. Check out Timeless Style Traditional Values.